Fabulous people, welcome to the channel for all the babes who create their own life trends. As this year comes to a close, it is time to take year-end inventory, compliment ourselves on all the things we've overcame, accomplished, and to see what are possibly some of the small things we can implement into our daily lives going forward that will make a big difference in truly enjoying every single day to the fullest, instead of just rushing through it and then looking back and wondering, where did this year go? After living in Italy for over a decade and being fully immersed into the Italian culture, I couldn't help but to notice that Italian people truly mastered the art of living life to the fullest. There are some unspoken Italian rules they follow religiously that allow them to truly embrace the concept of la dolce vita, or the sweet life. And so today I want to share with you 5 Italian habits that will change your life, if you implement them, of course. Now, before we begin, please remember to smack that like button. And if you're new to my channel and my vibe and the vibe of this channel resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe. All right, fabulous people, let's get started. Number 1, slowing down. After living in Rome for over a decade, as much as it tests my patience sometimes when I'm trying to get somewhere or get something done in my usual American style, I have to give it to Italians. They are true artists at slowing down and truly soaking up the beauty of every moment. No matter if they're walking down the street, talking on the phone, even preparing coffee, one thing is for sure, you will never see them rushing. One of the favorite Italian sayings, and by the way, you will hear it all the time, especially if you live here in Italy, is chi va piano va sano e va lontano, which the equivalent in English would be slow and steady wins the race. Or if you want a literal translation, it goes something like who goes slow, goes healthy, and goes far. Italians are just on a different schedule, guys. You're not going to see a stressed Italian running through the streets because they're late for a meeting, delivery guy rushing to deliver your package, or gelato vendors competing for the fastest gelato maker in town. If this is going to be your first time in Italy, you will quickly learn that rushing is just not part of the Italian culture, unless they're driving a car. Then that's a different story for a different video. But I'm going to be honest, fabulous people, as much as I love walking fast, and those of you who stopped me on the streets of Rome throughout the years, you guys know I practically fly through the streets, not walk. Anytime I have a chance to slow down, I feel like I'm pulled right away into the present moment. I take a deep breath, my eyes focus not only on where I'm going, but also on the things around me, and I start to feel the present moment much deeper instead of just being focused on the future of where I need to go or what I need to do. Number 2 is going for a walk. There is just something about being outside and moving your body. Daily passeggiata, or a walk, a stroll, is a part of an uncompromising Italian lifestyle. This is a daily ritual that all Italians participate in after work, dinner, or a long Sunday brunch. Italians usually meet up with their friends or family and go for a long walk to clear their mind and or to digest better a big meal. This is one of my favorite Italian habits that I implemented many years ago into my daily life, and I cannot tell you the difference it made for me. Even yesterday, I was so exhausted, guys. The last thing I wanted is to go outside and go for a walk, but I forced myself literally out of the door, and I just knew that as soon as I start walking, my mind will get more clear, I will feel much better, and I will have so much more energy. And that's exactly what happened. about 15 minutes into my walk. So even if you feel exhausted, even if you feel like this is the last thing you want to do, go for a walk. Trust me on that one. Eating fresh, seasonal food. Italian diet is all about eating seasonal. Those of you who travel to Italy often know that here in Italy, even restaurant menus, of course in authentic Italian restaurants, change with season. A lot of you ask me, Anastasia, how Italians stay so skinny, or why are Italians stay so skinny with all this constant carb eating? And I believe that, of course, besides moving so much, because you guys know how much walking you do in Italy on a daily basis, the big part of it is because they're eating fresh, seasonal food without any chemicals or preservatives. For example, we're in the fall right now, so you will often see in restaurant menus and fresh markets pumpkin, mushrooms, and broccoli later on into the season. If you've traveled to Italy in the fall, I am sure you're still dreaming about pumpkin ravioli or mushroom risotto. And I personally dream about those ricotta and pumpkin ravioli I had at Stelle di Monte some time ago.
So this one is culurgione pasta, which is a ravioli. Inside we have some ricotta and pumpkin.
And if you haven't watched my complete guide on Montepulciano, including my stay and dinner at Stelle di Monte, I will make sure to leave it for you in the description down below. But honestly guys, it is so crazy because when I lived in the US, even though I ate only organic food and followed a very strict diet, almost never had any sweets, every single time I went to the dentist, he found yet another cavity. I had no idea how or why. And here in Italy, after living here for 10 years, guys, every single time I go to my dentist here, which I do twice a year, not once yet, guys, not once I had a cavity, even though I do allow myself way more things here in Italy than I allowed myself in the US. And I know guys, it is way more difficult finding healthy, unprocessed, seasonal food in the US. I've been there, I lived there. By the way, I don't know what's going on with the light in the room, but if you put an effort and implement some of these Italian eating habits into your daily life, it will make a big positive impact on your mood, energy level, and overall health in general. Probably one of my favorite simple Italian habits that I'm still mastering, even though it should be so easy, is the concept of dolce far niente, or the sweetness of doing nothing. Italians firmly believe that there is time for being productive and there is time for just being and doing absolutely nothing, which for someone who grew up in the US and has her own business feels and seems like mission impossible at times. But I can tell you, fabulous people, that out of all the Italian lifestyle secrets, this one probably made the biggest impact on my life. When you take your time to just be in the moment, read a book in the park, or just lay on your back and stare at the sky, chat with your friends, sit in the cafe and people watch, or go for a walk without any agenda, all these little things will fill you up with joy, energy, and creativity. New ideas will flow and you will see how much more abundant your life will get simply by taking some moments out of your day to do absolutely nothing. All right, fabulous people, and the final fifth habit has to do with Italian Sundays. If you plan on doing Italy travel, you will quickly notice that Sundays in Italy are sacred. A lot of local shops, boutiques, and even restaurants are closed that day. In Italy, this is the day dedicated to doing absolutely nothing. On Sundays, Italians love spending time with their loved ones, having long lunches or brunches that slowly transition themselves into dinners and just recharging. I'm going to be honest, out of all the Italian culture rules, this one is the hardest for me to get used to, because just having an idea of having a full day off is unheard of to me. But I am working on it, and the more I implement that rule and try to implement, the more I see the importance of having one full day dedicated completely to yourself and to recharging yourself for the week ahead. Well, fabulous people, thank you so much for watching this video on 5 Italian habits that will change your life. I truly hope that you found it useful and beneficial and maybe a bit entertaining. And before you go and start implementing those habits into your daily life, please remember to smack that like button. And if you're new to my channel and my vibe and the vibe of this channel resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe. And I truly hope to see you all in my next video.